Hi everyone. I had to redo my model room. I moved it around. I had a big desk for my computer and a short desk for my models, so I just flipped it the other way and had to redo the floor. So I got all that done and did some work on the models here yesterday and this morning. I'm working on the drive shaft here. I'm going to cut out the little air spaces as much as I can with my little broken pin. Worked the best, the broken one compared to the long one. Anyway, the reason why it was best was I didn't break it off in there. Would you see me prying there? Yeah, that's a broken tip. Yeah, they're very, very, very fine. This ain't even down to the fine stuff yet. It's like, really? If I'd hooked up the Dremel, I'd have drilled everything but the shaft. My hands, the desk, you name it, the dog. Cleaning it up. Not horribly fleshy, but just didn't, parts were not typical Revell, rounded edges, where it should be sharper, but hey, who flips a model car over? I don't know, you do with airplanes. Anyway, I got the hole poked through, and I use a torch tip cleaner, which is ribbed, as a file to get it clean. So the hole, that is. Now I'm working on the other end. Using that pin looking thing, it's something for sewing, to pull needles through, pull thread through needles. I don't know what for, but anyway, it works really good for scribing light lines. Just keep working it and it'll cut down in enough. And then I'm using the X-Acto knife to punch through the little bit left, and then I use the file to get it the rest of the way. And I even touched up the yokes on both ends, make them a little more defined, the joint between the two. Will someone see it? I don't know. They might see it, but will they pay attention? That's a big question. Anyway, it's all in fun. I'm not a competition modeler. I mean, I have submitted. You can see the holes there. If I hold my hand still. That's what happens when you drink too much pop. Now, I'm goofing with the air cleaner. 10,000th card. I wrote that on there just in case some man who's making this might forget. You couldn't see, but I took the diameter of the top and made the bottom the same diameter. I'm just going around that diameter, making a dish for the filter to fit in. Right. And trying to line up the holes and realize that I might not get a bullseye, so I took marked it and marked the center, and then put it on the leather punch. I got the biggest one I had without getting my other leather punch out. Then I did a dish going the other way on it. cleaning the hole using one of those sanding pick things, whatever they're called, standing stick, but the round one. Trying to get it to fit where it shows on the carburetor where it fits. A little bit more, lightly. Looks like I'm really ham-fisting it, but I'm barely touching it with the blade. Because this is very thin, very, very thin plastic. There, I got it. I'm cutting out the lower pan for the air cleaner. You know, this thing has a PCV valve, and I got the hole I drilled into the valve cover, and I'm thinking about how I'm going to hook that up, because I want the whole thing to like be able to pop off. So anyway, I'm using a Dremel here to thin the top because there's a notch in it to fit the top of the carburetor, and it wouldn't allow it to set on my modified carburetor with the choke and all that crap on it. So I drilled it out, or machined it out, because I have a tip that's flat, and it's like an end mill, and you can also use the sides. But I'm using plastic welding adhesive to smooth out any marks. So there we go. That's after it was primed with Tamiya surface primer. I got a black X on the lid because I have a new can and I don't want to accidentally grab the new one. Just doing some minor cleanup, is I don't want to, I'm going to spray paint it with Krylon chrome, and I don't want to have to paint over the chrome or whatever. It doesn't like being painted very well. So I masked it off, and I managed to spray my fingers. You can see a little bit of Tester's mineral spirits takes it right off. So since I'm in my new model area, I got everything set up to where I don't know where nothing's at, and right now I'm looking for paint. How hard could that be? Apparently pretty good. Pretty hard. So I'm going to, you can't see it right here obviously, I am painting the air cleaner bottom black, and it's been primed. Now I'm going to, should be hitting the drive shaft. There she is. And I'm trying not to put too much, and I'm doing this, and believe it or not, you know, I got the gray there. I do hit it with gray, but only on like the knuckles, the high points, the weld, which by the way is a monstrous weld in scale wise, but looks good. So I'm painting everything very dry, almost like a dry brush, so I don't clog the holes. I had my lamp plugged into a circuit where my wash machine's running, and that's the flickering you see. So I got to change all that. So I got a little there. I'm using some of that gray. Just bring out some highlights. You know, oops, looks like I missed a spot. Let that dry. Okay, I'm using khaki, and I made a thing to hold it on to the end of the marker, and I'm painting the filter khaki. I was going to use some yellow to make a highlight, but I decided not to. Well, while that's drying, I'm making a wing nut for the top of the air filter. I believe it was 4 tries. 2 I lost, 1 I broke, and the other one I got to where, okay. And I'm using very fine solder. I'd like to get some more of that. I'm not low, but you know, if I ever find it, I'll buy it again. Actually, I like solder a lot for a lot of things, and not soldering. Anyway, that fine solder there works really good on brass, better than some of the other stuff I got for copper. It really works good. See right there, I lost one, launched it in orbit. Right here, I'm trying to do it again, and bending the wings, and then I got to turn them sideways. And I believe, kind of got one there, I believe. I must have thought so, because I'm gluing it on. And I had a little, there we go. Come on, you got it. So I'm taking some graphite, pencil graphite, and I'm rotating it for my to bring out detail. So I'm going to take some of my India ink and burnt umber mixed with water to show some detail. This is the mystery part. It's 2 of them. Yeah, I know. What am I making? Well, 2 holes in brass. Easy to make decently, actually. Fairly round, no drills needed. Alright. I'm cutting it out with a pair of big scissors. Flattening out. One side was a little bigger than it should be, so I'm trimming it. Hey, what do you want for an old man's eyes? Now I'm bending them. I've never seen this on a model car, but I know they're on cars or V8s, at least small blocks. I never looked on that truck because I have an LS in it. The mystery part. You get to decide what they're for. What is it? So anyway, here's with the air cleaner lid just placed on there. I got to figure a way how to mount it and being able to take it off. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. It was fun. I got to put the 427 decals on the air cleaner lid. Then I still can't put it on yet because I got to make the throttle linkage in that. The spring, all that. Yeah, lots of work. And anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good day.